This is the first video in a 6-part series of videos on surviving client politics. We wish that they weren't there. And sometimes we pretend they're not. But the fact are, they are there all the time. And I look back on the one time that, that we lost a client. It was a good client too. Because of political reasons, it was because we presumed that the politics weren't there. And we were wrong. And you always have to be paying attention to that. So this first video, I want to talk about the concept of there's 3 sides to every story. Rich and I were brought into a situation a number of years ago with 2 warring senior executives. And the CEO said, I need you to help these guys find a way to coexist more successfully than they are right now. Otherwise, they can't both survive. I'm going to have to get rid of one of them, perhaps even both. So we started by working with them individually. And our premise the whole time was to recognize that one guy's story was completely true from his point of view. The other guy's story, completely true from his point of view. The actual truth was something else. And our job was not to make guy 1 or guy 2 feel right and the other guy wrong. It was to find the pros and the cons inside each of those stories, find some common ground that was based on what? On the success of the organization, as well as making sure that each of those guys believed, and we told them this, that our job here is to make sure 1, the organization is successful, but 2, to make sure you are personally successful. And by doing that, and being very open with them in sorting through the positives and the negatives and the maybe distortions in each of their stories in private conversations with them, is they recognize that we had one agenda, their success and the organization's success. And they carved, it took some time, but they carved out a successful relationship. And going into that, remember Rich and I were talking, this is a great way to get shot in the crossfire. And we knew our only hope was to be balanced arbiters of common ground. You can't even find the truth, because we weren't in the situations firsthand that they were in. And so guy 1 would tell his story, guy 2 would talk about the same circumstance from his perspective, and they were diametrically opposed points of view, diametrically opposed interpretations of the same issue. There was no way for us to know what the truth was, and quite frankly, it's what you have to remember. If you were in the room, if we were in that room, we would have a 3rd angle on that story that wouldn't be the 100% accurate truth either, because we always look through things through our own lenses. So to survive that political, tumultuous situation, we had to remember, again, 3 sides to every story. Our job was to help them find common ground. And we were looked at not as the apologist for this guy or for that guy, but as somebody who cared about each of their successes and the organization's success. And that became a very successful outcome for them and for us. So remember, 3 sides to every story. You can never see the full truth. Help find common ground.